You're the one causing a scene.
Mrs. Kensington, I'm Marcus Reynolds, CEO of TechSky. We own this airline. Ground this flight now.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe you're in the wrong seat. The words hung in the air like a polite challenge, but there was an edge to them that made Marcus Reynolds pause in the aisle of Horizon Airlines Flight 529. He had just boarded at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport, his mind still buzzing from a grueling week of venture capital pitches in the Windy City. The boarding pass in his hand clearly read Seat 1A, first class, window side. Yet there sat a well-dressed woman in her late 50s, her silver blonde hair perfectly coiffed, scrolling through her iPad, as if the world revolved around her schedule. Elizabeth Kensington didn't bother looking up at first. She was the picture of old-money elegance, clad in a tailored Chanel suit, her diamond earrings catching the cabin light. Her fingers tapped away at listings for upscale condos in the Hamptons properties that could fund a small town's budget. When she finally glanced up, her green eyes appraised Marcus with a cool detachment, taking in his relaxed outfit. A simple gray hoodie, slim-fit jeans, and high-end sneakers that screamed comfort over flash. To her, he looked like someone who might have wandered in from economy class by mistake. "Oh, dear," Elizabeth said, her voice laced with that refined East Coast accent that carried an undercurrent of superiority. "I'm sure it's just a mix-up. Why don't you check with the attendant? I've already settled in here." Marcus felt a familiar twinge in his chest, the kind that came from years of navigating boardrooms, where he was often the only black face. At 45, as CEO of TechSky Solutions, he built a tech empire that revolutionized airline logistics software. But right now, none of that mattered. He was just a tired traveler wanting to unwind on the flight to Los Angeles. "Ma'am," Marcus replied evenly, holding up his boarding pass, "this is my assigned seat. 1A. I'd appreciate it if you'd move to your own." Elizabeth's lips curved into a smile that didn't reach her eyes. She waved a hand dismissively. "Look, I'm a Horizon Elite member, been flying with them for 15 years. I requested this window seat specifically. Mistakes happen all the time in these systems. Perhaps you could find something else suitable." The word suitable landed like a subtle jab, implying that first class might not be his usual territory. Marcus sighed inwardly. He'd chosen the casual clothes deliberately after days in stiff suits, sealing deals that employed thousands and moved billions in the aviation sector. His company owned 65% of Horizon Airlines through a series of strategic buyouts 3 years ago. But he wasn't one to flash his power prematurely. He'd learned that revealing too much too soon often painted him as arrogant in rooms full of skeptics. Still, the frustration built as passengers behind him shifted impatiently, some whispering, others averting their eyes. The cabin was filling up, the hum of pre-flight chatter mixing with the scent of fresh coffee from the galley. Marcus glanced at his Rolexa quiet splurge after TechSky's latest funding round hidden under his sleeve. He had a board call waiting in LA, decisions that could reshape routes across the Midwest. But here he stood, debating his right to a seat he not only paid for, but essentially controlled. Elizabeth leaned back, crossing her legs. "Honestly, young man, let's not make a fuss. I'm Elizabeth Kensington of Kensington Estates. We handle premium developments along the East Coast. I'm sure the airline can accommodate you elsewhere." Her tone suggested her name alone should resolve the issue, a name drop honed from galas and country clubs. Marcus's phone vibrated, likely Jordan, his assistant, checking on the delay. He ignored it, focusing on keeping his cool. "Mrs. Kensington, importance doesn't override a boarding pass. This is my seat." Elizabeth's eyes narrowed, her composure cracking just a fraction. "Well, if you insist on being difficult. I mean, really, when's the last time you flew up here? Dressed like that?" The implication stung, a veiled question about his place in this world of privilege. "I fly first class regularly," Marcus said, his voice steady but firm. "On this very airline. And I've never had to argue over a seat I rightfully hold." Elizabeth huffed, pressing the call button with a manicured nail. The chime echoed softly, drawing more eyes. "Fine, let's get someone official involved." "This is getting ridiculous." Lisa Wong, the flight attendant, approached with a professional smile, her uniform crisp and her dark hair in a neat ponytail. She'd been with Horizon for 8 years, trained to defuse tensions before they boiled over. "Good afternoon, folks. What's the issue here?" Elizabeth jumped in first, her voice shifting to one of feigned patience. "Thank goodness you're here. I'm Elizabeth Kensington, Elite member. This gentleman claims this is his seat, but I've been here since boarding. It's probably a glitch." Lisa nodded sympathetically, then turned to Marcus. "May I see your boarding pass, sir?" He handed it over, watching as she compared it to the seat number. Her brow furrowed. "It does show 1A for Mr. Reynolds. But Mrs. Kensington is already comfortable, and as a top-tier member." Marcus felt the knot tighten. "What are you proposing? That I move?" "Well, we have 2C available, great legroom, aisle seat. And I'll ensure you get extra service as thanks for understanding." Elizabeth nodded eagerly. "See, a simple fix. I have a tight connection in LA and need this view for my calls." Marcus scanned the cabin. A middle-aged couple in row 3 watched with knowing looks. They were black, perhaps recognizing the subtle bias at play. In row 4, Sofia Ramirez, a Latina journalist with the New York Times, jotted notes discreetly, her press lanyard visible. And a young Asian woman, Mia Lee, held her phone at an angle, likely streaming. "I paid for this seat," Marcus said quietly. "I expect to sit in it." Lisa's smile faltered. "Mr. Reynolds, we're just trying to keep things smooth for everyone. Mrs. Kensington is a valued flyer, and I'm not?" The question silenced her momentarily. Elizabeth interjected, I've flown Horizon forever. I know the staff, the rules. If there's an error, it shouldn't disrupt me. The tension thickened, passengers now openly staring. Marcus's phone buzzed again. Jordan, no doubt. He texted back, delay on flight. Prep the meeting without me. When he looked up, Elizabeth was glaring. Listen, I don't know what you're after, some free miles, maybe? But it's not happening. The accusation hit hard, echoing assumptions Marcus had faced his whole career, that his success must be a hustle, not hard work. Mrs. Kensington, I'm not scheming. I'm asserting my right. If that bothers you, that's on you. Elizabeth's face reddened. Don't turn this around. You're the one causing a scene. Lisa stepped in. Let's calm down. Perhaps the captain can help. As Lisa headed to the cockpit, the cabin buzzed. Sophia spoke up. Excuse me, but this looks like textbook discrimination. I'm Sophia Ramirez, New York Times. A black man with a valid ticket is being asked to yield to a white woman who took his seat? Elizabeth spun. This is private. Mia chimed in. I've been streaming this over 300 viewers now. Comments are calling it out. You people are overreacting. Elizabeth snapped, the phrase landing like a slap. Gasps rippled through. Sophia typed furiously. Did you say you people? In a racial context? Elizabeth backpedaled. I meant media types. I'm no racist, I support charities. Marcus felt a shift, his patience thinning. You've questioned my place, accused me of fraud, and now this. If you're not prejudiced, you're acting like it. How dare you? Elizabeth retorted. I have diverse friends. I donate. You can't assume. Captain Michael Hernandez arrived, a seasoned pilot in his 50s, exuding command. Folks, let's sort this quick. We're behind schedule. Elizabeth extended her hand. Captain, Elizabeth Kensington. Computer error, I'm sure. This man won't compromise. Captain Hernandez shook it, then checked Marcus's pass. Mr. Reynolds, it's yours, but Mrs. Kensington's status. Perhaps flexibility? Sophia pressed. Captain, are you saying he should move because she's white and elite? Mia added. Viewers at 800 Horizon bias trending. Captain Hernandez paled. We don't discriminate. We're resolving a mix-up. Marcus stood tall. Captain, this isn't a mix-up. It's bias. Ground this flight now. The captain blinked. Sir, passengers can't order that. Marcus pulled his phone, opening the TextGuy exec app. Watch this. He tapped, ground flight. Owner, override. The radio crackled. Tower to flight, 529, CEO override. Return to gate. What? Elizabeth gasped. Marcus pocketed his phone. Mrs. Kensington, I'm Marcus Reynolds, CEO of TextGuy Solutions. We own 65% of Horizon Airlines. I don't just fly this plane, I own it. The cabin fell silent, jaws dropping. Sophia's eyes lit. You're the TextGuy guy? Forbes cover? Marcus nodded. And your ticket? Processed by my software. Elizabeth stammered. But, you look, like what? Someone who doesn't belong? As the plane taxied back, chaos ensued. Jordan texted, social media blowing up. Flight grounded by CEO? Marcus replied, handle press. Draft anti-bias statement. At the gate, Amanda Torres, Horizon's VP of Operations, waited with security. Mr. Reynolds, we've seen the video. We'll investigate. Marcus shook his head. No burying this. Suspend the captain and attendant. Mandate training. Report all complaints last 5 years. Amanda hesitated. Unions. Procedures. Then change them, Marcus said. This goes public. Sophia approached. Comment for the Times? Marcus nodded. This is systemic. I'll use TextGuy software powers 70% of U.S. Airline embed bias tracking. Complaints escalate automatically. Media swarmed. Marcus's phone rang. Anderson Cooper, CNN. On speaker. Mr. Reynolds, you grounded your own flight? Yes, to highlight discrimination. Elizabeth accused me of scams, referenced handouts. Staff enabled it. The interview went viral. Horizon bias exploded. Shares tanked for Horizon, but surged for TextGuy. Airlines called Jordan. Emergency meetings. Amanda pleaded. Resolve privately? No, Marcus said. This exposes the raw thousands of ignored complaints yearly. Data showed 12,000 discrimination reports industry-wide annually, under 2% addressed. Marcus vowed change, transparent logging, interventions. Mia's stream hit millions, sharing stories. A student group approached. Your work inspires tech for rights. Dr. Angela Thompson, a civil rights lawyer, joined. We're expanding your model to school's $40 million grant. 2 years later, Marcus boarded Horizon Flight 529 again, O'Hare to LAX. The gate agent, a young Latino man named Carlos Rivera, greeted warmly. Mr. Reynolds, thank you. Our jobs focus on equity now. In 1A, Marcus reviewed data. Incidents down 80%, resolutions up. Lisa Wong, now inclusion director, announced. This flight sparked change. Travel's fairer for all. A white grandmother explained to her mixed-race grandson. These screens mean everyone belongs, no judgments. Marcus drafted for a summit, expanding to healthcare, jobs. The act that grounded a plane lifted justice worldwide. The White House notified, signing Tech Equity Act next week. As the plane soared, Marcus knew. One stand changed everything. What do you think about injustice in everyday life? Have you faced or seen discrimination? Share in the comments, take a stand, voice your views. Let's discuss how we combat unfairness together.